Okay, still working on this 800 series Ford tractor, getting it out of this old shed. Cut back a bunch of the overgrowth here so I could actually get into it. Now my bush hog here was kind of jammed up. So what I've done there is it was jacked up in the front, and the top link was unhooked. And as you can see, the top link now is still unhooked, but I have it here. Here's the top link right here. So I just use the winch. I'm just kind of working with what I've got in the truck today. I'm just out here piddling around, getting it ready so I can haul it back up closer to home where I can have some more tools available. Didn't want to bring another tractor out here to have to pull it around and all that. Didn't want to get my truck out here in the middle of these trees, scratch it all up, and have to stretch a chain and all that stuff. So using the winch, I jacked that together and it lifted the back end up. So now I put a block under it with some softening material so it won't bust the block. I got a piece of wood on top there. And don't get under anything that's sitting on blocks, because they will bust if they got a lot of weight on them, especially if it's metal on the metal to the concrete. I crawled out from under a car blocked up years and years ago, and right after I crawled under it, the whole thing collapsed and went to the ground. I would have been dead. So don't get in under anything you're using a concrete block to block up. Okay, so I've got it kind of stabilized, so I'm going to take the come along off and try to get the top link in, try to find me a pin. Show you the two little battery powered tools that made this a lot easier. The Ryobi pack I bought a year or two ago, and the skill saw cuts limbs real quick and easy when you can get to them, and then the sawzall apart. So those are real handy. Okay, so let me pull it on up here so we can see this top link, and maybe I can unhook it and get into it. As you can see, this come along is a ratchet type thing. It's got a wheel with cogs that catch, spring loaded, and you have to take the pressure off. You have to be careful working around these things. This is your little catch right here. So you have to take the pressure off and then release it 1 or 2 notches at a time. So anybody hadn't fooled with one of these things much, so let me see if I can do a little bit with it there, show how that works. This is not a big deal, just piddling around today, trying to get it ready to go. Okay, let me see if I can get in there without getting in front of the camera and do that. Let me get above it like this. Alright, maybe I can do that without knocking it over. Alright, so you take your thumb there and release that off. It's locked with this catch over here right now. Let's see if that's showing up. Yeah, it's locked with that pawl now. So you release this up, go back, and take the pressure off like this, and then you pull this one up and you let that down. It starts giving way. Alright, then you just repeat the process all over again. You might only do it with 2 or 3 cogs at a time, but just be patient working with these old come-alongs and things like that. Now I've got that one little trick. I've got that looped over so it had twice the pulling power. It's looped. Let's see if I can show it to you with a pivot on the front there. I've got a little stick in my way here. But if you loop it, it'll do twice the pulling power if you get something real heavy like this. So I can get this out of the way. I'm just using what I have with me. So I used a socket extension right here to hook onto it with. So pull that out of the way. Now I want to pull this up, and I think I'm going to have to shorten that. Maybe not. Let's see. See if I can get back and get most of the picture there. Yeah, it'll go around. And that'll go in there, and then I'm going to have to then we're going to have to get a pin to go in here. Use this again, or yeah, that'll fit. Okay. Let's try that. Now, screw this out. Sorry about the junky, clunky camera work here. Trying to get up close enough to get it. See if I can go around on the other side there. Operate that so you can see what I'm doing. So it's kind of froze up. With one end out, you can do one threaded rod at a time to extend it out. Gotta go a little longer. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do the easy part. This up here I think is easier. This is just kind of the way you use a top link on a 3-point hitch. I don't know, Ford or Ferguson or somebody came up with this idea, and it's really a great little system. Now you rotate this, you can tighten it back up, but I'm going to have to put some glue on, some grease on that. But anyway, it is now to where with the top link in place, the tractor hydraulics, once it's running, will lift the whole back hoe with the whole bush hog up. Without that top link, it'd only lift the front of the bush hog, and then it jammed up the back down into the ground. So I'll try to get some oil on that, screw it up a little tighter. I've got to come back with some more fluids and things for the tractor. So this was just a little visit out to pick it up. Hopefully my next visit will be to drive the tractor out of here and load it on a trailer. Okay, thanks for following YouTube, and subscribe if you like some of these old videos on these old tractors. I'll try to do this. I've got this 800 series in mind, and I've got a Cub, International Cub tractor that I should be showing some work on down the road. I've got a Farmall A, I think that's probably not even recoverable, but maybe just for parts. I've got an 8N also, and I've got the Blue Ford 3910. So I'll be piddling with all these tractors off and on. So if you will, subscribe and try to get me over the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'll just keep posting videos. Thanks a lot, YouTube.